Hello Wargaming fans, this is Palmer with Heresy Productions. Just following up with another video. Today I've got the start of this project with the Eldar Guardians that I spoke about in my last video. And now I'm in my new workspace, now that I'm actually doing a lot more of this stuff. I've kind of graduated from the kitchen table and moving things from around my house to actually just having a bit of a dedicated spot in the basement in my man cave to do this work. Actually up here, I mentioned in my last video that I had a brief stint with Warhammer Fantasy. These are the skeletons from when I got into that last time. Many of these are either primed or not even primed at all. And you can see from what I have here, this was sort of my last stint with painting. I actually did do an ink wash on this cloak, but I didn't really know a lot at all about painting. There wasn't even YouTube. Oh no, maybe there was YouTube. I don't know. 2000, 2001. I'm not even sure back then if there was. But I didn't have really any reference point at all to learn painting. I kind of just had some stuff from Warhammer, from Games Workshop that came with the starter book. And so I'm hoping to improve quite a bit from what I was doing back then. Just trying to get this camera to focus here. And so really there's not a lot of detail to be shown here. I probably could have did some washes on the legs there as well, and just this is also has a gloss coat, so it's all very shiny, which I think is an effect that could be useful at times, but not really here, because it makes this cloak look like a Batman cape from the 60s show, I think. But yeah, so I may, for fun, if I actually don't have an interest to paint, which is going to be a while, I may end up redoing these just for fun. I did, because my budget didn't really allow me to make an army of Trents when I got into it before. I actually got these plastic ones that they're not part of Games Workshop, and I was making them to field Trents. I actually thought they looked really cool, to be honest. And so on this particular one, I've got the flock there. It's got the glossy matte. I didn't even know about like a matte varnish or a matte covering back then. But here I've got this this glossy shine here, which I think takes away a lot of what you can see in the detail. But I did do a brown ink wash, and at the time that was kind of like an advanced technique for me, and I thought it made it look pretty cool. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spray this with a matte wash to actually see if it takes that away, just for fun. Sorry about that. So essentially these guys. So this is going to be the next project that I'm going to be working on, and what I have done since the last video is I've sprayed Army Painter Uniform Gray, which is this product right here. If you ever want to see it in the store. It's a paint primer, a color primer, as it says on the front, which, as I said in the last video, it allows you to paint and prime at the same time. This may not look much different because these guys are gray to begin with, so the ones that actually come out of the box. I've changed my plan just a little bit. What I'm thinking of doing now is taking, and I didn't know the word for it before, but it's actually Celestra Gray, and I'm going to paint over most of the model except for the gun and the helmet with the face, and do just a base coat, a quick base coat over the whole model. And this will lighten up that Army Painter Gray that's there, and then I'm going to probably just paint, either utilize this gun just as it is and that color, because Army Painter, it's designed so that you could potentially just use this as the color that you want. I probably want it a bit darker to match the guys that I showed you yesterday, so I'm probably going to just do a quick base coat over the whole model except for the head and the gun. Then just paint the gun a what they call, here it is, Mechanicus standard gray. Then paint the body Celestra gray. Then I'll paint the helmet green, and then I'm going to do a quick shade. And I actually have the soft tone this time, which I purchased, and this is the quick shade soft tone. And so I'll use that to get all the detail. Then once I'm done with that, I'll end up doing the gems and sort of the highlights, you know, eyes and things like that, and then I'll end up just spraying like a matte finish on it. Because the one thing about quick shade, and I'll go through the stages, because I had a friend recently ask that's wanting to learn more about painting, just could I actually just show how I do this along the way. Now, I'm not comfortable painting and videotaping at the same time, because unlike a lot of the great YouTube video makers we have with great painters and artists that do these, I'm not just comfortable enough with my painting not to be focusing while I'm doing it at this time. Maybe in the future I'll do something like that. But what I will do is just show each stage that I do and afterwards and what I've done, and then to go into the final piece. And what I haven't done actually so far in any of my Warhammer figurines so far is do the base, which I'm planning on doing most of those together just at the same time. So that's where I'm at so far with my projects, and I will let you know how this one comes out once I'm finished. And so the next time I see you, these should all have the first base coat on. Really, the gun, the helmet, and the body should be painted. It'll be before the quick shade, essentially. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and take care.